New England has admirably, well, thank you, David, overhauled the offense this season, and Hill would continue that trend by giving Josh McDaniels a guy who can elevate his attack. What the heck? To the next level due to his speed and field stretching ability. Like it? I love it. I don't like it. This is a big opportunity for you to do a lot of those.
Okay. What? Thanks, Wildes.
Well, if I was gonna do it, you just spoiled it.
Shoot, I didn't know.
Can I sincerely, would you like this?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, I'm about football. You can only diss the quarterback. Look, if you're an unbelievable wide receiver, I think you get when you sign your contract, okay? You sit there, you sign the contract, and you're unbelievable. You're Justin Jefferson, you're top of the field. And they should give you like 2 cards. They're like, hey, if you want to publicly diss the quarterback, just give me one of these or give them to the press officer before, and we'll just turn a blind eye to it. Yeah. He's done it like 8 times.
So that's why because listen, I think Tyreek Hill would work great with the Chiefs. Again, even though he's not the player he once was, I think he would, for a brief period of time, work really well with the Bills. I think eventually, he could maybe do 1 year in Buffalo and then be like, just because the market, Kansas City, it's not like Kansas City, Buffalo might as well be the same markets for if you're a superstar NFL player. But the difference is he has roots in Kansas City, you know what I mean, and history there.
And
right.
Highlight show.
Right, and I'm not trying to diss Buffalo in that regard. If I were the Patriots, even though I think you guys desperately do need more talent at receiver, I think, and that's why I was curious your answer, I think this would be a disaster. I think that bringing in Tyreek Hill somewhere where, for this year, I think you would agree, he has no chance of winning a championship. It is going to be a learning, learn a new offense, learn a new quarterback. Drake May, while a stronger arm than Tua, is probably... Year 2 Drake May is probably the worst quarterback Tyreek Hill will have had, other than backups. You know what I mean? Because Tua with him worked. Mahomes obviously worked. Hell, Alex Smith with him was quite good. All of that to me speaks Tyreek being, not that happy. Maybe a handful. He already has, as you mentioned, a laundry list of a weird offseason. So I just think the Pats are a bad fit for Tyreek.
How many years does he have left on this deal?
Well, it's really, if he were to be traded, it would become year to year, is the thing. You know what I mean? Because the guaranteed money would go to the Dolphins.
So you don't like it, I don't like it. I love it! Especially when it's year to year.
God,
that's what. Look, if you would have told me he had 4 years left on his deal, I'd be like, y'all, he's gonna act up. 1 year. If you want to get paid again,
I like that.
Guess what? You better ball. And he was great for young quarterbacks in Patrick.
Yeah,
great for Tua. Drake has got talent. Yeah. And you give him somebody like Tyreek, who like David Carr said, spreads the floor. Would you still have Diggs?
Oh yeah.
I mean, give the dudes. You giving him some major weapons. He showed a lot of promise last year, Drake. I like it.
All right, I changed my tune. Next up, Maurice Jones-Drew has an idea and gain future draft capital by trading him. In come the Jets, who are in the middle of a rebuild and need more pieces to help Justin Fields jumpstart the offense. Do you like this, bro?
Look, I like Mark Andrews.
Are you going to do?
It'd be tough. It'd be tough to see him go. But that play right there makes it easier to see him go. I mean, they win the Super Bowl if it's not for that.
They win the Super Bowl. Give me
love it.
Yeah.
I'd have been kicking up the Jordans, eating a sandwich up on here. Look. I like this for both teams, actually. Isaiah Likely is clearly ready to assume the role of the top tight end for this team. No question about it. He's probably better than Andrews at this point. Andrews would be a great security blanket for Justin Fields with the Jets. I think he needs a really good tight end because we know his struggles are with throwing the football, but that gives you a security blanket, and you can run. Like, I think this would be great for both teams.
So I think right now Mark Andrews is probably a bigger name than he is player. And listen, the 11 touchdowns are 11 touchdowns. He was great in the red zone. Those other numbers, Travis Kelce had 40 more catches and 300 more yards, and we're like, he's probably cooked. Right. You know, and so like he was not the dynamic threat that he had been in years past, but he still obviously is a really good red zone threat, and you would think that would translate from to the Jets, even though obviously Justin Fields not nearly the quarterback, not nearly the passer Lamar is. I understand that. I just think that if you're the Ravens, is a future 5th-round pick worth not having Mark Andrews on your roster? Like, you know what now if it's just you want to clear up your finances, I get it.
Yeah.
But if you're the Ravens, you are in win now mode. Brew and I disagree on this to a degree. I am not overwhelmed by their receiving core for the 10th straight year. And I think that the departure of Justin Tucker is going, and we saw this last year when they had Tucker and he wasn't very good. I think that they are going to need to be not more explosive offense because they lead the league in points, or it was damn near close to it. But they're going to need as many weapons as possible. So if I were the Ravens, I would not trade away Mark Andrews, even though I don't think he is at this point, a top 10 tight end in the league, because I don't know. I'd rather have him and Likely. If something were to happen to Likely, I wouldn't want tight end to go from position.
Likely's better
at
this point?
But I think Mark. I guess if I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, a reliable second tight end is to me more valuable than a 2026 5th or 6th round pick.
When you bring up the 5th round, what they might get for it, I mean, but that's against the rules of this segment. Yeah.
Right?
Like making it too.
Well, I mean, we all agree.
Yeah, you can't be in the weeds. We don't be in the weeds.
What are you talking about? The rules of the segment. We've never done this segment.
He's
right.
It was
implied.
No, I think he would fit for the Jets, but would you? I'm surprised for you as a Ravens guy. You would. I
wouldn't necessarily want to do it.
He did drop the ball.
Yeah, I would.
I would have won the Super Bowl.
How will that affect him? I mean, does he come back like having a wonderful season, or does
he wrote that sad Instagram
get the yips?
post?
We've seen that happen with kickers and stuff. We've seen it happen with baseball players.
Why are you playing football?
Just saying.
Can I say one other thing real quick? If it is a financial thing, it is possible that they just release it. Like the Packers just did with Jair Alexander. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where it's when that Packers season ended, Packer fans were wondering, what are we going to get in a Jair Alexander trade? Pardon me. The rest of the league was like, nothing, because you guys are about it. And so I'm not saying that's going to happen here.
Here's the sad thing for Andrews. I mean, these are fantasies, I guess, but if it were to happen, he would have no chance at redemption, because the Jets aren't getting to the AFC Championship game or the Super. You know what I mean? Like next year, if he's with the Ravens, he does have a chance at redemption, which I'd like to see him get.
Yeah. Next up, now we're at Maurice Jones' screw idea. He has a plan for a Rams reunion for Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey and the Dolphins have mutually agreed to explore trade options, and there's no doubt the Rams are a realistic landing spot if the two sides can strike a deal. Could be a key move in Los Angeles's quest to get back to the Super Bowl. Okay, you're the resident Rams guys.
I am.
What? It's just odd that just kind of came out of nowhere. You're just a Rams guy.
He dumped the Eagles.
You
weren't going to pull for him if they got to the Super Bowl.
I understand. And you weren't going to pull for the Packers if they got to the Super Bowl, but you were the Packers guy.
You're the Rams guy.
As this show as it's happened, oddly, our hearts are all with our AFC teams, but we still have an NFC team on the side. You text occasionally. And so, listen, Jalen Ramsey's really interesting because some people think, listen, when he's healthy and out there, he's still elite. And other folks will say, actually, he is 60% of the player he was 3 years ago. So I do not like him with every team. I do like him with the Rams. You know what I mean? I do like him with that culture, with McVay, a place he has won a championship, and he was highly successful. I think that personally makes a ton of sense. I wouldn't necessarily, just like I was saying, I would like Tyreek with the Bills. I wouldn't necessarily like him in Buffalo. You know what I mean? And I'm just a place he hasn't been, he's not familiar with, and I would imagine isn't super stoked about going to. Like, I always wonder for the guys who have always been warm weather guys. Like he went Jacksonville, LA, Miami, went to college in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that a cold weather team, like, he would be not his best self, in one of those places. So I think there's only a select few teams that should be in the market for him. The Niners, by the way, I would think might be one of those teams. But the Rams I would like a lot.
I mean, I don't think he, like you said, 60% of what he used to be, 30 years old now, didn't make the Pro Bowl last year, first time in like 4 or 5 years. I like Jair Alexander there better.
Oh, just as a straight signing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's young. I think he's younger.
Yes.
And, he's locked down. I mean, I think there were attitude issues, obviously, with Green Bay, but I would rather have him than Jalen at this stage of Jalen's career.
This feels like I would keep my eye on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I agree.
Feels like
a
Cowboys,
Yep.
if they could maybe pay a little more in draft, sorry, I'm going to break the rules, pay a little more in draft compensation to get Miami to pay a little more of his actual salary because the Cowboys have a bit of a financial crunch, I could see that one happening. What?
I'm just
yeah.
You went off the rails. I don't know.
Just trying to edge. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.